we'll have this discussion.
Discussion? What discussion?
This is a discussion combustion.
Coming to you from Denver, Colorado. This is Discussion Combustion Podcast with your hosts, Kevin Batstone and Arthur Raw.
Today's episode is brought to you by Loco Plus. That's right, guys, your local content creator. We are happy to announce our showcase event coming up here on March 11th. That's right, Saturday, March 11th. Tickets are going on sale Monday, the 27th here of February. You're going to want to get involved. It's going to be a lot of fun, Art. We have some great people that are going to be joining us for the showcase event.
Amazing creators, some people coming out from Atlanta. We're obviously going to be there. This is going to be an excellent event. If you have never been to X Denver, then this is the time to go check it out. It's so cool, top level, mountain views, panoramic. It's going to be so much fun. Check out Loco Plus, the place for local creation.
Can't wait, man. Looking forward to it. Today's episode is also brought to you by Bud Light. That's right, guys. Forget your Netflix and chill. Let's Bud Light and unite. Bud Light. Get to drinking.
Cheers.
All right.
And we are super excited. We got Jules in here with us. And Jules, you are up to so much. You're working super hard on fitness. And how long have you been on this fitness journey for exactly now?
I would say the fitness journey itself has been since I was a little kid. I think I was like 2 or 3 when my parents put me in gymnastics, and I just was a kid that liked to flip around on 4-inch surfaces. And then I also was dancing for a while, so I think I've always kind of been in fitness, but I didn't really find my niche until post-college, kind of at the end of college, where I was getting certified to become a personal trainer. Originally, I was going to finish my undergrad and then go to DPT school, so I was going to get my doctorate in physical therapy, and then I realized that I really didn't want to take any more chemistry classes because that is not my forte at all. So near the end of that, I kind of switched over to a business mindset because I was like, if I ever start my own business, it might be good to take the classes while I'm already enrolled, and then I can go off and do my thing. So I got certified, finished my undergrad. Then I got certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine as a NASM certified personal trainer. That certification I think I got in February of 2020. And so then March of 2020, everything closed. I was like, cool, it's fine. I have a client base of 0.
Yeah.
I have no connections. I was living in Storrs, Connecticut, which is actually classified as a village, so I was a villager. Couldn't really branch out and try anything. I had maybe a couple of small groups of people that I could personal train. I reached out online, and it just really wasn't working. So one year, I think a couple years before that, I ran into one of my previous theater teachers, and he was like, hey, what are you up to nowadays? And I was like, oh, I'm going to be a personal trainer. And I was waiting for him to be like, that's great. And he looked at me and he's like, you're not creating? You're not making art? You're not doing anything creative? And I was like, no, I'm being a personal trainer.
Yeah.
For the kids in the theater. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then I kind of reflected on that, and I was like, it was my passion growing up doing performance, and growing up, even in gymnastics, you have your competitions, and in dance you have your performances. So I was like, why am I not doing that? That's kind of when I started to switch gears and think about all of the stuff that I had done before. I don't know why fitness reviews kind of fell into my lap. I think it was kind of the perfect timing with COVID and the fact that I was like, how am I still going to help people find their fitness without being able to train them because we're all stuck inside? And that's when I started to kind of do the reviews, started my channel, and Jules and Pearl's Diamond Review was born.
That's terrific. I heard you mention Connecticut.
Yes.
The state.
Yes.
That's great. New England.
Yeah.
I'm from New Hampshire.
Very cold.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, here we go again.
Why are there so many Northeasterners, specifically from New England, that moved to Colorado? Why is that?
Well, first of all, New England's a beautiful place. Okay.
Yeah.
My good friends that listen from back there, we love you.
I mean,
but Colorado's
the falls
great.
are beautiful.
Oh,
Definitely
see, this is
worth
what I try to
going.
tell people, Jules. They don't listen to me. Is that the foliage back in New England is untouched. It just
unmatched.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time you spent in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, where I'm from, but some of the foliage up there is incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's stunning. I mean, I was only there for 3 years, but my dad was actually from Connecticut, so I had some family back there. And technically, I'm from Arizona, so I only moved a little bit over.
Oh, I mean, that's quite a bit over,
Yeah.
right, geographically?
Yeah, but then I ended up in Denver, so I'm like not too far from like home.
Yeah.
Kind of ping-pong around.
Yeah, I just like to like switch it up, keep it fresh.
How familiar are you with Connecticut's geography?
I know like maybe like a good 15. No, it's very small. I call
It's
it a
small.
shoebox.
Have you heard like New Milford, Kent? Do any of those names ring a bell?
New Milford, yes.
Okay.
Kent,
Kent.
maybe.
That's where my folks are from. Or my dad. He's from Kent, Connecticut.
Okay, my dad was from Waterbury.
Okay. And Dad's listening
Like
to this. He's gonna be like,
Oxford
"Oh yeah,
area.
I know where that is."
Okay.
I know Hartford. I'm familiar with Hartford.
Yeah.
You know, Farmington, those surrounding areas.
Oh yeah, had lots of friends there. Like Old Lyme,
Mm-hmm.
West Lyme. I don't know. There's like.
What about Old
Lyme?
Seabrook? Isn't that like a
Seabrook?
coastal town?
I think so.
I think I did a visit down
Honestly,
there.
I didn't do a good job of actually like exploring as much as I probably should have. I got out to Providence, Rhode Island
Mm-hmm.
once. Then I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Maine. Never did that. I think I visited Vermont once and tried I did my first or second time snowboarding. Terrible experience. You just slide down ice. And you know what? I slid fairly okay. I would give myself a 4 out of 10. And then I was like, you know what? This isn't for me.
Did you fall down at all during
Oh,
that?
for sure.
So then you're basically busting your ass on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not really like a snow sport person, so I was like, you know, this kind of just like sealed the nail in the coffin. I'm like, not my thing.
Yeah, I'm a terrible skier. I did cross country skiing in New Hampshire, which was kind of fun, but I still didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I did. I'm like, yeah, this seems easier than downhill, but I still didn't really enjoy it. I like snowmobiling.
Okay.
Yeah, getting
I
on
haven't
that.
tried that.
Oh yeah, that's fun stuff. I haven't done it in Colorado though. Honestly, it's funny. You know, I moved to like the snow capital
Yeah.
of the country, and I've done zero snow sports other than tubing, which has been a lot of fun.
I was going to say that's one that I really wanted to try, and someone invited me to go, I think a couple days ago, but I had something come up. But
Where are we gonna go? Like
I
Winter
don't
Park?
know. I think so.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, that's the best tubing in Colorado.
Okay, Winter Park.
How many places have you tubed in Colorado?
That's the only one. And that's all you need to know.
And that's why it's the best.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
this is the best podcast in Colorado. Why? Because
Yeah.
it's the only one. None of the other ones matter.
That's right. See, Jules gets it.
Yes. So, moved around a little bit. Mm-hmm. Came to Colorado. So what made you determine to like you wanted to come to Colorado next?
Colorado was because, honestly, closer to family and quality of life opportunities. After Connecticut, it was a potential that I was going to go to New York. Wasn't really on the top of my list. COVID kind of, shut that off real quick, and thank goodness, because I feel like New York is a very difficult place to live. I've got quite a few friends that are living out there, and they crush it. They're doing amazing, but
Awesome.
I just don't know if I could do that. So I wanted somewhere where I could have a lot of like outdoor time. I wanted somewhere that had a lot of sunshine. Connecticut, on average, fun
Yeah.
fact, only has 182 sunny days in the year.
Really?
Yeah, and
I
so
mean, Colorado's over 300, right?
Colorado has a lot. I don't
Yeah.
remember, but it's definitely more than 180.
Way
Yeah.
more. Not as
Yeah.
much as Arizona, though, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it might be like a close. They might be close.
Yeah.
But in Arizona, I was in Flagstaff, so I feel like it was
Okay.
just like mini
Oh,
Denver.
that's a cool area.
Yeah, Flagstaff is like not like, yeah, I guess mini Denver would be a good way to put it, because it's still like high altitude up there, like
Yep.
5,800 feet or
They're
something.
at like 7,000.
Oh, is it 7,000?
72, 74. Mhm.
So yeah, they're getting like evergreen basically kind of weather.
Yeah.
I only
Right,
drove through
foothills.
there once, and I was like,
Yeah,
"This
you
is
were with me.
Yeah, this is my kind of town in Arizona. Like that's how I felt."
I mean, Phoenix is great. I
Yeah.
love Phoenix.
Really?
Would I live there? Possibly. My
I
brother
don't
lives
think I
there.
could do Phoenix.
It's cool. It's a cool city.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. I feel like I don't do well in like really hot climates though.
You know what
Like
snowed
I
in
like
Vegas
to
today?
vacation warm, but it snowed in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Today.
got off the phone with my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not going into work tomorrow because it's supposed to snow again." And I was like, "Oh, how much?" She's like, "Well, I'm hoping not, but up to 2 feet."
2 feet.
Oh yeah, there
Wait,
were
where-
winters
where
when
is she?
Flagstaff.
Oh,
They're
really?
gonna get 2 feet.
Yeah,
That's a whole
That's
heck of a lot
that's
of
pretty
snow.
serious.
there was
Yeah.
one time I think I was like 12, and there was one winter, and I was staying the night at my friend's house, and we had a snow day, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah," get to stay at my friend's an extra night, and it snowed for I think like 2.5 days straight, and it snowed almost. I don't want to like over exaggerate, but maybe like 11 to 14 feet. Like you would open up the front door and it's just snow.
11 to 14
Really?
feet.
Oh yeah, we got a full week off of school.
That's
crazy.
incredible.
I mean, at
It was
least
the
you got.
best. I stayed at my friend's the whole week.
And just had a good time.
Yeah, you couldn't drive anywhere. Like, you're stuck.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
I mean,
But then I come here and I'm like, okay, bring on all the snow. And it's like, oh, we got like maybe 4 inches.
it's all in the mountains.
Yeah.
But how fun is that as a kid? Like, you know that the snow day's coming. You try to like plan being at your buddy's house or whatever. And then you have all like the stuff. Maybe you were really prepared and you got like all the snacks that you want and all that sort of stuff before. Like, you telling that story gave me like a major nostalgic feel.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you start talking about the snacks. Me and my buddy Josh, we'd run to the local market. We'd get Sprite Remix. That's how old I am. Sprite Remix.
Sprite Remix was good.
3D Doritos.
Oh, yeah, dude, the 3D Doritos
You
were
had
delicious.
to load up on those when you had
Yeah.
a snow day coming. 11 to 14 feet. I mean, even in New England, I never saw anything like that. I think the most we saw was about 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
That's
And then I moved
incredible.
to Pennsylvania right after because I went to Penn State for 2 years. That's where I started my undergrad. And I moved out there. I brought all my fucking winter clothes. I was like ready. And it's hot and humid until like November. And I was like, well, this sucks. Then everyone tells you like Penn State never ever gives a snow day. So don't ever like get your hopes up. They called 2 snow days while I was there. And it snowed maybe an inch.
That's it?
And they called it a snow day.
Yes.
Really?
Closed university. I was like, wait, what? I was so confused because back home it's like we get a couple feet, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll
That
be
makes
fine
sense.
on the East Coast. I'll be fine in New England. Like I'm used to it. But everyone freaked out, and it's like this much.
I just don't feel like it's the same as it once was. Maybe that's just me sound like an old fart, and maybe I am. But like, you know, as a kid, yeah, it would take quite a bit to close the schools. Now you look at it here in Colorado, they'll call school closings the night before. Like the storm that we got today here in Denver, Colorado, for everyone that's not familiar, we got some snow. It's cold.
Did they close schools off
Yeah,
of this?
they closed schools last night before the snow even fell, and we barely got anything.
I was on the road at 6:15 this morning.
That's what I'm saying.
Driving to Sloan's Lake for work. Like, it was no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what also changed that was COVID because now I was looking at the school closures too, and because of all the remote learning, they don't technically have to like cancel school, but they might say like, okay, don't come into the building, but we're doing school remote today. So like your kid's still gonna have to like go to school. They just don't have to like drive to it.
Interesting.
See, and that's also one thing that we didn't have growing up.
Oh, I'd be
school
so
day was school
pissed.
day.
Yeah.
We didn't
That would
have
suck.
Zoom and we didn't have remote learning.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess that's one thing that we're grateful for, at least being from the 80s, Art.
Oh, I mean, come on. Being an 80s baby, I have a feeling you're a 90s baby.
I am.
And that's fine because, look, like, as we were growing up.
Of course it's fine.
No,
A
but,
little bit of judgment, like it's fine, but whatever.
No, because you still grew up when, like, flip phones existed, right? Like, we didn't, all 3 of us in this room, we did not have, like, tablets in our faces as toddlers. And this is, like...
No, but my mom's like Nikon with a snake on it. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Give me that in a couple hours.
It's
was
fun.
the shit. Yeah.
It's fun, but like it's like what is this doing? And I know we've talked about this a lot on this show about like technology and how that's going to affect people long term. But it's really cool to kind of be part of that like the last generation to grow up without like smartphones. Mm-hmm. You know, because like what like the touchscreen was that like when did the first iPhone come out? Like, was that
iPhone?
04? Was that 04?
Someone's
like, was it
probably
earlier?
yelling at us right now listening. I don't know. I'm not too sure. 04, you think?
Maybe that's too late.
No, I think it's too early.
You think that's too early?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe
No, wait,
08?
no, because I was over the age of 19, so it was definitely after 05.
Maybe like 07, maybe? That's the year I graduated high school.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it was coming out around that time. But
That could be. I remember my
changed everything.
my aunt got one, and then we would play on it, but I could have been like around 10.
yeah,
I mean, texting started on the flip phones a little bit where you had to hit the buttons, you know, to get
Yeah.
the letter you wanted. That's how I learned how to
the
text.
kids will never understand.
They will
clicking
not.
it 3 times just to
Yeah.
get one letter.
To get the C, yeah.
Yep.
Because it was ABC, right?
yeah. But your muscle memory would be dialed in. Like,
Oh,
you
you
could
could
do
go
it without
so
looking.
quick.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even have to look. You'd be like,
Okay, that was the best part too. Like texting during class, you're just like you read the message, you're good, and then like under the table, you're just like, oh, I got this. Like I'm just send it, or like sending it, and then you still have the option to delete it, and you're like, oh fuck, no, not today. Except now you can edit messages if you have an iPhone. So
Yeah.
Well, you can edit them after you send them?
yeah,
Oh,
does it-
really?
yeah.
But does it show the recipient that you edited it?
Yes.
Because I noticed a lot of
But
times.
you can't see what it said before. So like I could, if you have an iPhone, I could send you a message and be like, fuck you. and then I could edit it and be like, "You're the best," and all you'll see is "You're the best."
And they don't know.
But it will say that it was edited.
Yeah.
Which is going to create some curiosity.
Well,
like
maybe I
what
just
was
said
originally said. Maybe there was a typo.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used the wrong "your," and I was
Yeah.
embarrassed.
You didn't put the apostrophe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does happen. That does happen.
The
But yeah,
worst.
I mean,
you are an asshole, not it's your asshole.
I still
Exactly.
and you're 2 years older than I am, so you remember this, of course. Going back to our nostalgic days, notes. You know, I have terrible handwriting, and I always have. At 34 years old, I still suck at, like, my penmanship's terrible, and it always has been.
I don't think I've ever seen your penmanship.
I sign my name every week on the contract.
That's
You
not.
But that's a
no,
signature.
Yeah, that's not
That's different.
penmanship. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Thanks, Jules, for getting my back
Got
there.
you.
That's a good point. My penmanship's not good. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It just isn't. It looks like a 5-year-old, maybe 7.
You should
But
just start writing more. Start writing letters. I'm trying to bring snail
think?
mail back. Yes, because I think it's cute.
Yeah.
snail mail.
Yeah, like
Like-
write
like pen
letters to your
pals?
friends. Yeah.
That is
Well,
kinda
and
cool.
I've also moved around to like 4 different states. So I'm like, okay, I miss so and so who's now living in DC. Like, send me your address, and then I'm gonna send you cute little mail. You know.
That is kind of fun, I guess.
It
I
is.
like that. Because, again, the point I was going to bring up there was, notes used to be kind of a fun thing in, like, middle school, right?
Yeah.
You talking to a cute girl or whatever that you were into at the time, it's awkward. We're 13 years
You're
old.
like
and
you're
you
like
get this.
asking your best friend to like, can you give
Yeah.
this to her?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I
Check
don't.
the box.
It's
I
all
don't,
filled
I don't
up.
have the balls. I don't have the balls to give it to her.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
And you would, you'd have these little things folded up. I couldn't fold them up, but I'd have notes come my way. And then, of course, at the same time we sitting here reading it, the teacher would be like, Kev, what's going on? Do you want to read it to the class? I experienced
like,
that.
No, thank you. No, thanks.
I was kind of a class clown, though, so I enjoyed kind of fucking with everybody, as I still do.
Okay.
How much has changed, guys?
Would you ad lib like whatever the note said? Do you remember any of those?
I remember one time, I think it was Mr. Bowers' chemistry class, like 9th grade.
Mr. Bowers.
He was my neighbor.
Oh, even better.
He would come over and be like, "Are you doing your goddamn homework?" Piss me off.
You're like, it's already done, sir. Are you doing yours?
I should
The
have.
syllabus ready for next semester?
I should have, but I was scared. Like I couldn't even play in my goddamn backyard because I didn't want my chemistry teacher knowing I was out there digging in the dirt.
Like,
he would,
he's
like,
gonna
wanna-
know that I'm
yeah.
fucking off.
Yeah. Yep.
He'd be like, I got an experiment for you to do out back, Kev.
No, I'm serious. I went through this shit. I had him in physical science and chemistry. My neighbor. Mom remembers this. I know she's listening. He was an odd guy.
Mom.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Vicky. Love you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for the support, Mom. But anyway, yeah, I mean, just talking about nostalgic shit, right? Handing out notes, doing all that kind of stuff. Now, everything is just so readily available. We're so connected all the time. Instant communication, all that kind of stuff. I kind of miss the old days. Like I was, as Art remembers, like 2012 is when I think I got my first smartphone. I didn't want to give into it. I was like,
He used to call us all cheerleaders, right? Because we all
Yes.
had the smartphones before him. And
So he was the hipster. He's like, no, I'm not gonna
yeah,
do
he
that.
gave us the hardest time for
and then I became the biggest
biggest cheerleader. Yeah, he got pom-poms and
Yeah,
like
all
the
of it.
mini skirt and everything.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He's not
Amazing.
lying.
It looked great on you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I was a little late to the party, but when I showed up, I was like, okay, well, if we're gonna party, let's go all the way.
Yeah.
Right now that I'm
Hey,
in
at
the
least you
smartphone world. Yeah. If you're gonna commit, full send.
Yeah, 150%.
So as far as like handwriting things, like if I really, really care about the message I'm about to convey through handwriting it, is I'm gonna go old school and I'm gonna do it in cursive.
Really?
And I'm gonna make it pretty.
That's classic.
In cursive.
Like, are you adding color? Are you using different pens? Like,
No, I'm just using the perfect like pen stroke, and like really writing it out in cursive. So if for any reason you ever get something written by Arthur Raw in cursive, just know that it's out of love.
oh, well, I'm gonna expect some snail mail now.
Well, I mean, it won't be that slow because we live in the same building. I just put it underneath the door.
Just like put it on a fishing hook and like wind it down. I'll be like, hey, thanks.
No, I think you're above me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cast the bait.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'd
have to
have
get
to-
like a carrier pigeon then.
I'd have to use like the updraft of the building to get it up there.
I mean, that happens every time it snows. It like
It does.
snows up anyway.
I know.
So it just like shoot it up.
It's interesting.
That could be kind of fun. That could be like a game. Who can get the mail up there the quickest or down there?
Maybe you'd have to write it on like the lightest piece of paper that you could possibly find.
Just let it float up.
Yeah,
You need
and kinda,
aerodynamics,
like,
guys.
Like crumple it a little bit so like the wind can catch it.
I feel like that's gonna be like a Disney short one day.
You think?
Really?
Yeah, I could see like the cinematic of it.
Yeah.
A cute little love story of like someone sending up the letters.
It's like Rapunzel 2.0.
Yeah, reverse Rapunzel.
Reverse Rapunzel. Yeah, because I guess she put her hair down.
So,
Am I even on the right
So
story?
is reverse Rapunzel living in the basement with like short hair then?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Technically,
that
the
work?
last Rapunzel that was made, if it was still tangled, like at the end, she cuts her hair, so she already has short hair.
Oh.
Wow.
Where's she? Is she living like ground level in that? I don't think I saw Tangled. Yeah.
I don't know.
Tangled.
Yeah.
You never saw it?
No, I don't. I've never seen that
I didn't
one.
see it either.
Yeah.
Okay. Tangled, and if you haven't seen The Princess and the Frog, you gotta watch that one too.
I guess we got
That's
work
an
to do.
animated movie though, like hand drawn. That's like that. Princess and the Frog's old school.
Not that much older than Tangled, I don't think.
Because
How old is Tangled?
Isn't Tangled like computer graphics? And then the Princess and the Frog is like hand drawn.
No, Princess and the Frog is like Princess Tiana, first Black Princess that Disney did.
No, but they remade it.
They did?
I think so.
Then I'm out of the loop.
I have nothing to add to this.
I think they remade it.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, then we have research to do. We have homework.
Listeners, please.
Yeah, people are getting pissed. They're like,
Yeah.
guys, you're wrong.
Like, come on.
No, they redid. Are you talking about like The Little Mermaid?
No, of course. Yeah, well,
Oh,
they
God.
redid the Little Mermaid.
They also redid Lion King, and it wasn't that
Lion
good.
King. Yeah, they redid that. No, it was not as
Did
good.
you agree with me?
No, I do. Yes, I do.
You know what's funny is I didn't even see the remake.
No.
I want to see what he would say if you're like, no, I don't agree at all. Like,
Oh, we don't
you
agree on a
seem
lot of
very,
shit.
very adamant.
Oh yeah, we don't agree on a lot of stuff, but at least we agree on Lion
We
King.
agree on everything.
Are you kidding me? This guy.
We're going to end up getting at it. So I love that you are so consistent with what you upload as far as your like exercises and health journey. I've been on a health journey myself too, but I'm not nearly as intense as you are. Like I go on walks, I do swimming in the pool, and I love that we have that like year-round pool is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So you've been kind of on your health journey since you were super, super young. But at what point were you like, I know you talked about like your theater teacher and all that, like, but at what point were you like, I need to start recording this to motivate people? Because is that like your goal with it, is to
Yeah.
motivate?
Yeah, so with mine, it's like I want to help you find fitness that you actually enjoy. And I think that the fitness community and the fitness industry, first of all, just like has a lot of bullshit behind it. And is also very, like from my experience and like people that I've talked to, it can be very intimidating and just overwhelming. So what I like to do is find different fitness programs, try them out, and then basically I give what I call and created the diamond review, because I'm Jules and Pearls, diamond, pearls, like it all just kind of makes sense in my head.
Okay.
The diamond review, so instead of a 4 carat of like cut, color, carat, whatever the fourth one is, then I have cost, coaching, consistency, and convenience. So I go in, I'll try a program, or I'll try a class, or I'll try a trainer, anywhere from like free stuff that you can find online, or like boutique style fitness stuff that you can find in studios, and then I'll give my 4C's diamond review. That way you can watch it, you can see like, oh, okay, this is something that would fit into my schedule. This is something that would fit into my budget. These trainers, like the coaching is the style of coaching that I think I would like. That way it kind of like takes the stress and the intimidation off of your plate just a little bit, because I know even for me, like going to some of these new classes, I get nervous and I'm like, look at all these fucking like monster built, beautiful, strong superhumans, and I'm like walking in like a tiny 5'2" person, like, hi, this is my first time and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm sure like a lot of people feel that way, and that's kind of what stops them from going. But I think as humans, like we're meant to move, we're meant to
100%.
play, you know?
Yeah.
I went to Apex. Have you heard of Apex Gym? It's like an indoor playground for adults. So they have like big trampolines, a springboard floor. They've got aerial silks. They've got a bunch of like poles and bars and like wooden blocks. You can basically just like climb and like fuck around. And I think that it's just important that we as adults find joy in movement and like joy in exercise, which often you're not going to find. And if you fall into like most of the fitness industry bait, it's going to be like, you have to do this, but that's kind of like a shitty mindset to go into. So that's why I make mine. You can find something that you like, feel a little less intimidated, feel a little less alone, feel a little like more empowered, a little more educated, because that's also something that our education system just like does not provide. and hopefully you can, start to enjoy life, enjoy movement, and find people that also have that too. So.
No, that's a great mission. I mean, look, humans originally were nomadic. So before agriculture, a little history lesson out there, humans had to go, chase down and find their prey and always moving. So the human body is designed to be on the move. And the more you move, the healthier you're going to be. And there's a couple things that I need to unpack from what you were saying. So also like the intimidation factor, like you get a little anxious going into like a new course or a new class or something. People should chase that. So whenever you feel like, you're getting challenged in life or like, you feel a little uncomfortable pursuing something, that's when you're on the right path, because this is going to be something that is going to challenge you and then reshape you as a person. And life is never going to be fulfilling if you're only being complacent. If you're only staying comfortable your entire life, then you're not going to get much fulfillment out of life. So like it requires the challenges. So I like that. And even though you're finding like these courses that might help somebody feel more comfortable, like, okay, I see that she's doing this and the type of instructors and I'm more comfortable with that style, you're probably still going to be nervous showing up that first day, right? Because it's like a new routine.
Absolutely. There's a fitness center. I actually went this morning. It's called Traverse Fitness, and they have 2 rooms. They have a HIIT cardio room, and then they have an altitude room, as if living in Mile High City isn't like altitude enough. In the HIIT room, you have basically like your cardio station. So you have treadmill, then you have a Kaiser machine, which is like just a big robot-looking machine, weights, resistance, and then you have like a floor circuit. That's built pretty structured of like, cardio, weight, floor. Good. Then the altitude room pumps oxygen and takes out oxygen.
Interesting.
And when I first went, I like to go into all these classes. If I'm doing a review for them, I like to go in blind. I like to go in without telling any of the management, telling any of the staff that I'm doing a class, because I want to be treated as like the average Joe who walks in and is going to get the treatment that anyone else will get. Yeah. So I walk in, and the altitude room just scares me quite a bit. But the person who gave me the tour was like, oh, yeah, the guy that I was training next to, or the guy that I was taking a class next to, was training for an Ironman the first time that I started to come to these classes. And do you guys know what an Ironman is?
I mean, I've heard of the Ironman a bunch of times, but I don't know.
Ironman
Honestly,
Challenge or whatever it is.
like I don't remember to a T off the top of my head, but it's basically like you run like a half marathon, and then you have to swim an absurd amount of meters, and then you also have like a biking portion or something. Okay. And I'm just like, these people are monsters. Like, in the best way, they're just fucking monsters.
Wow.
Because they just like go super hard. And you know what? For some people, like CrossFit people who just like love the grind, people who want to like climb Everest, probably not my thing. Probably will never do that. But that's their bread and butter. And I was terrified. And in my first class, I think there was a point where on this treadmill, there's a sled push option. So you hold onto the handles and then you add weight resistance, and it's like sled pushing. It's really not fun. But I started to do that, and the instructor came over because, he knew it was my first time, and then he knew it was someone else's first time. And he's like, okay, how are you doing over here? And I'm like, I'm okay. Yeah. And he looks, and I'm supposed to be doing sled pushes for 1,000 yards. And he looked at me and he was like, I would just do this for 3 minutes, because he knew that there was like absolutely no way. I think I maybe made it 100 yards by the end of it.
Wow.
But they were very sweet. I mean, monsters, yes. Insanely strong, absolutely. But the community there was incredible. They're super sweet, very welcoming. Maybe not everybody's jam. Like, I'll go there once in a while just because it is really tough. But that's the thing, too. It's like every place is going to be so different. And there's also just so much out there that, like, if you don't like to exercise, or if you don't like, moving around, you might have just not found something that like is fun for you. And so at the end of the day, that's like my biggest thing, is like just find something that you actually enjoy doing, and then it's not going to be like a challenge to do it.
That's true.
I like to do aerial silks.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what is an aerial silk?
It's like circus stuff. So
like acrobatic, like
where you are hanging on.
yeah, so take like
fabric.
Take these fabrics and like bunch it up into like a big like just long rope.
Yeah.
And then chain it up to like a 40-foot ceiling.
Yeah.
climb up
And then
it.
you climb up and you twist around and you can fall and you can hang.
Sounds fun and dangerous at the same time.
It surely is, but so is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a good
driving
point.
is fun and dangerous, but
It is.
you learn when you're 16. You start by going, okay, drive from this part of the driveway to that part of the driveway.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of the same thing. Start at the lowest end of the rope, make sure that you're secured and you can't fall. Well, you can fall, but that's why there are mats and a coach.
Right. That makes sense. And so you mentioned that one of the establishments that they had a hit room.
Mm-hmm.
Does that stand for high intensity interval training?
Yes.
Just for
Nice, Kevin.
well, I mean,
Yeah, well
No, that was
done.
good.
Let me
That was
just
good.
okay. Full disclosure, I'm not a fitness guy. I got a beer belly. Okay, but I know some things, and I just
That
want to make
doesn't
sure
make
that
you not a fitness guy, though.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
No, but do you do fitness?
You're gonna look at me like that. So high
Do you
intensity.
do the fitness?
I do fitness.
No, Kevin's been picking up his walks. I know he's been.
Yeah, my legs are bloody.
He's
okay?
been breaking in his new cowboy boots, and by the way, those are sexy.
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, Justin. Cowboy boots. Yeah, my legs hurt. Okay. I can't be doing any hit training in these boots, Jules. I can't.
No,
Okay, I'm
that's
gonna have to switch out to my boat shoes that Josh doesn't like. Not for nothing.
You know what?
He's
You
not
want to be
watching.
barefoot? That's fine.
Barefoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You think I should go barefoot when I do workouts?
Yoga.
Wow.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
What else is barefoot? Some boxing.
Swimming is barefoot.
Aerials.
I think swimming's pretty fun.
Gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gymnastics.
What else?
Jumping jacks you could do barefoot.
What would you recommend to like somebody like myself who drinks a lot of beer and maybe wants to do a little bit of athletic activity? Where would I start, you think?
Honestly, I would say just start with like 20 minutes of movement, whatever that may be, maybe 3 days a week.
3 days a week, 20 minutes movement.
Yeah, just take 20 minutes. If you have a lunch break, if you have an hour lunch, you take half hour to eat, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go walk outside. First of all, you're going to get fresh air. You're going to be able to get a little bit of vitamin D, sunshine. You're going to clear your head a little bit, and you're also incorporating that exercise. So also maybe just like don't make it solely focused on the exercise, because that usually just like doesn't end well. But if you incorporate other things like, hey, I'm going to get some fresh air. I'm going to call Art and we're going to talk. And you're going to end up talking for probably longer than 20 minutes. So there, boom, double win, because now you're getting conversation, fresh air, vitamin D, sunshine, conversations. I think I already said that. And your exercise.
You could totally do a mile in 20 minutes.
First of all, that was a great layout, Jules. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd modify is who I'd be talking to. It wouldn't be Art.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, come on, man.
Was your mom's name Vicky?
Yeah, Vicky.
There you go. Call Vicky.
Oh, yeah, Mom. Mom will
Mom.
always answer my call.
Exactly. No,
I
I
love
get
Mama.
pissed when my mom does not answer. I'm like, who the fuck is your favorite child? Like, I know it's me.
Whoa.
How many siblings
What?
do you have?
Yeah, whoa.
I have 3 siblings.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Jules, come
Oh,
on.
don't
right,
worry. They already know.
Why are you doing
They
it
already
like
know.
that?
Okay, so
They already know.
let's
Why are you
break this
doing
down.
them like that?
What do you
No,
got?
they know.
Sisters, brothers? What are we looking at?
I have an older sister, and then I've got I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
Younger brother,
Okay.
So
younger
it's like
sister.
brother's the littlest, then sister, then me, and then my older sister.
Okay.
But you're the favorite.
I mean,
You're going on record.
honestly, my little brother is taking a close second, which is kind of pissing me off. But I think I'm still in first.
Okay.
Or at least that's what I tell myself, They don't have to know.
That's fine. That's
hey,
fair.
look, we're not here to make these type of, assessments.
I mean, do you
okay?
guys have siblings?
I do. I got an older
do,
brother.
yeah.
And do you
We
know
both
who the
have older
favorite
brothers.
is?
Yeah, we
Exactly,
both have older
like-
brothers. hmm
Who's the favorite?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It depends on the day.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the age difference between the kids?
About,
My brother's 6.5 years older than me.
my brother's 6 years older than me.
Well, we're actually pretty close on that, huh?
Yeah, we've talked about this before,
I
Kevin.
guess we have, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Thanks for remembering that.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, usually when I'm on my walks, he says he didn't want to, talk to me on the walk.
I didn't say that.
But, yeah, you said you would rather have somebody else on the phone.
We talk enough.
No, but you still call me when I'm on my walks.
Well, that's not. That's just me talking business. I'm not on my walk calling you.
Oh, business. Yeah. Talking girls is business.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You can write it off. I'm writing off this walk.
We don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm over here bickering with my my co-host.
Yeah, we
So-
can do that after the
Yeah.
after the show.
Bicker away.
It's fun.
I'll
This is-
mediate.
Yeah,
It's okay. Let
that's
him
fair.
feel his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell, Art?
Well, Let's hash this out.
No, we're good. You know I love you. I love you. Forever and always.
Oh, yeah.
But
No,
I still might
yeah.
not call you on my walk. Because Jules
look.
broke down what I need to be doing. I need to
Yeah.
be doing 20 minutes, 3 days a week, okay? And I don't think I need to be talking to you while I'm doing that.
No, you don't need to be, but you're going to be wanting to.
No, I don't want to.
Well, you know what's funny is when you're done with your walk, he usually calls me and he's like, hey, I did a walk today.
Yeah, because I'm looking for approval from him, okay?
Yeah.
I have approval-seeking behavior.
That's okay, but also just, look in the mirror and be like, fuck yeah, we did our walk today.
Yes.
There we go.
Approval from yourself,
That's what's up.
Yeah, you can do that, Kev.
I think I can.
Take care of yourself
Yeah.
and be kind.
I like,
like
that. Hey, got jinx.
Jinx,
Before it gets
you owe me a
weird,
Coke.
before it gets weird, look.
You know what? So many people from high school owe me a Coke now that I think about that.
Really? Do we even want that Coke? Because all
Why
the
is it a
added
Coke,
sugar
though?
and shit.
I don't know.
Like,
Why is it always Jinx you owe me the Coke?
Like, I would rather...
I think because it's one syllable. Like if you said root beer, it's like too much.
What about beer? Jinx you owe me a beer.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
in high school, so I couldn't say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I drank beer in high school.
I'd
Did I?
rather
mean,
say you owe me a bowl.
Yeah, but no.
Like,
Yeah, puff, puff, pass.
yeah,
Like,
hit me with that Bob Marley dance. Like, I
Okay.
want to dance with underneath the moonlight with Bob Marley. Like, if I jinx you.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do well with Bob Marley during the daytime, I don't feel like.
You don't feel?
No.
No.
Nighttime.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen you on the weekends, like, cooking with Kevin and stuff. It's pretty good.
That's different,
Cooking
Arthur.
with Kevin, is that like
Yeah.
a side
Yeah, we have
segment,
a series we do. Tune into Cooking with Kev. I like
Well,
to do
see,
cooking.
that's what I could do better at because I am a terrible cook.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't cook. I hate it.
You don't like it.
Why
No.
do you
See,
hate
I think that answered it though,
Yeah.
because you don't like it.
No,
I like it.
It's a waste of time.
You think it's a waste of time?
After cleanup? Like, what?
It's
what?
all of it. It's
Yeah.
okay. First of all, I have to think if we're talking about like dinner, right? Because dinner's the most fun in my head.
I
Okay.
agree.
I have to think about first of all, what am I going to be hungry for? Then I have to plan. Okay, do I have 90% of the ingredients that I need? No. Okay, what store am I going to go to? When am I going to go? If I go after work, okay, pick up my ingredients. Then I start cooking. Then I make a mess. Then I'm done cooking and I want to eat, but I want to clean up my mess because I know after I eat, I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be digesting, and I'm like not going to want to clean it up. And I can't go to bed with my kitchen messy, and maybe that's my problem.
I can't either.
So then I have to clean it. Then the food is cold. Then I eat, and I'm like, wow, that was like 4 hours. Plus, I've been thinking about it all day. It's just a waste of time. And there's nothing to show for it. Food's gone. Kitchen is a mess. And then you have to do it again the next day. I'm like, no, it's too much. I'll make a peanut butter and jelly or a box of mac and cheese.
Okay.
Air fry some like chicken nuggets.
Oh, that sounds good.
That was going to be my segue question is, okay, so what's the alternative then? How do you get your nutrition? Because, I mean, being in fitness, you have to obviously pay attention to what you're putting in your body.
One of my friends called me a professional, what do you say? A professional assembler. So I'm really, really good at like quality snacking. Charcuterie boards.
Yes.
Ooh, I love charcuterie.
Like why, if you think pizza counts as your meal, this was my argument. Does pizza
Okay.
count as dinner? Yes.
Yeah.
Does my charcuterie board count as dinner? No.
Yeah. No?
Well, he said no. I said yes.
Yeah.
I
was
think it
thinking
should count as yes.
Yeah.
Because if the
anything that
crackers
you
is the
eat.
bread,
Anything you eat.
well, if you look at the macronutrients in there, your bread is your carb.
Mm-hmm.
My protein is my meat and cheese. My fat is also like the cheese and any sort of spreads. Like I've got it all.
How about mustard? Do you like mustard?
Yeah,
How about pickles?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I've met people that aren't into pickles and mustard, and I'm like,
It's a vinegar
I don't
thing.
know if I can trust you.
yeah, I don't know if I'm into that.
I like pickles a lot. Probably too much, honestly.
I don't know. A nice crunchy pickle.
I love pickles.
Especially if it's cold.
Do you ever get
that
you guys,
cold crunch.
Cold crunch is good. I mean, and it depends on my mood too. Like sometimes I like the fast food style ones, like those thin sliced pickle chips. But then other times I want to get the Big Papa. You ever see those, the Van Heusen Big Papas? Like they come in the bag.
Okay, those ones actually like kind of freak me out
Why is that?
because when I was in middle school, like that and like the hard-boiled egg in a bag that
I eat
just
those too.
sat in the vending machine.
Yeah.
Well, the vending
And you
machine's
know
crushed.
that no one is
Like, how
ever
long?
touching
How
those
long?
two things. Like,
Yeah, eggs at a vending machine's a no-go.
Yeah.
The pickle, though, I think can withstand.
sure, maybe because of all the sodium, but like being in middle school, like kids are already like gross enough. Like that's our gross age, right? Hopefully. And then you look at this like massive green like pickle just in floating water next to the egg, and you're like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
Freaks me out a little bit.
The pickle in the bag's no-go.
No, maybe it's like the plastic bag too. It's just like, I don't know.
It's pretty good, I think.
I can understand your reasoning behind that.
I mean, look,
Like, that makes sense to me. It does.
Glass jar is just much more appealing.
I do agree.
Yes.
I mean, look, pickles are great. And when you look at the back and you see that there's 16,437 grams of sodium in it, you go, man, this is kind of questionable.
But is that only if you drink the juice?
Well, I
Or
think
is that in the pickle itself?
No, I think that
or is that just in the
they
contents
have
of the
to.
bag?
They have to. According to the nutrition standards, they have to. Tell us.
How did you memorize that exact number, or did you just make it up?
I just made it up.
He made
Okay.
it up.
Yeah.
Because now I'm
He's
curious.
very convincing, though. He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
I feel like you wouldn't be too far off, but maybe 16,000 is a lot. But I don't know.
I don't know if it's that much, but
16,000?
I think it's more like 1,600.
1,600.
Yeah.
Maybe
I went
said
a
that.
little wild there. But the point, though, I guess the point we're trying to drive home is there's a lot of goddamn sodium in these pickles.
Yes.
Okay, but you still haven't answered my question. How do I become a better cook? How do I?
Wait, was that the
how
question?
do I like it? Yeah.
Well, I think so. You just answered. You have to enjoy it, right? So you have to find something you enjoy cooking.
Did you always enjoy cooking though?
No.
Okay, so like, what was the tipping point for you to be like, okay, this fucking blows, and I hate cooking?
I'll tell you.
And I'm a college student who like heats up mac and cheese in the microwave.
Yeah, no, I used to, do all that kind of nonsense.
To I'm like Gordon Ramsay, and here's
no.
my 5-star meal.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
no-
cooking with Kev has grown
It's decent.
exponentially.
But nowhere near Gordon Ramsay.
No, I'm saying, though, like, you, over the last 2 years,
Yeah,
the last 24 months.
And I'm going to answer a question.
Yeah. Break it down, Kev.
Chef Corey from
Let's
Hell's
go.
Kitchen was on our program 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. We're coming up on 2 years. She won Hell's Kitchen, I think it was season 19. And, just her advice.
That is what got you into it.
Yes.
I remember this now.
I'm telling the story, Art.
Sorry, that was rude of me. I interrupted.
telling the story.
I interrupted. That
She
was,
asked a
I'm
question,
sorry.
I'm answering.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So Chef Corey, season 19 Hell's Kitchen winner, came on our program, and she said, look, because I asked her the same kind of questions you're asking me. Well, what do I do? How do I do it? I'm not a good cook. All this stuff. And she's like, you know what? Just go home, grab some ingredients, and fail. Just start failing. Just start throwing stuff in a pan, And I was like, okay, this is coming from a Gordon Ramsay approved chef, right? Because Gordon's obviously top of the food chain. He's the man. And for the record, folks listening, you've seen Cooking with Kev. I'm a hillbilly. I like to do things simple. Okay? Simple and delicious is my motto,
Love that.
right? Let's keep it simple. But it's fun. It's fun. And then I got a Traeger. So you got to have the right tools.
Oh, okay.
You got to have the right
That's-
tools. Cast iron
That
pans.
boosts it, yeah.
Traeger smoker. Once you start adding these things to your arsenal, cooking becomes a little bit more fun because you have the right tools to do it.
Okay.
Kevin gets really enthusiastic about his cooking, and so I love being the videographer for Cooking with Kev. It's a lot of fun. He puts a towel on his shoulder. When he's cutting meat, he'll have black rubber gloves on.
Amazing.
Yeah, like
Do you have an apron?
He's getting it in.
I don't. You know what? I don't have an apron.
I feel like you should have an apron that says like Cooking with Kev, right?
Or discussion, maybe Discussion Combustion, something like that. Cooking
Yeah.
with Kev. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You need a
I mean, that's
goddamn
why I
apron.
have like
Kev
the
keeps it
J and
sizzling.
pearls.
Yeah.
Pearls and pearls.
Oh, we can't see the J.
Oh,
It's hidden.
it hides sometimes.
There you go.
You do bring up a good point, though.
There
I
it
think
is.
it's all about what you carry with you, like aprons and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you're carrying with you is these stones that we talked about before
Oh,
we
that
went
was
on the air.
cool. Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is do it
Wow,
on the
look
air.
at that segue.
Can we do a show and tell?
Sure.
Do you have
Please.
them?
I
you have
do.
them?
I mean, they're down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, when we were visiting pre-show, we got to see these a little bit. We decided we want to talk about them live action because you have so much knowledge on these stones. Let's talk about them.
Okay, really, I'm a novice when it comes to stones because I have always been very intimidated by them. Just didn't really understand for a while. But fun fact about me is I journal every single day, and I've journaled every single day with the exception of maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah. And that's consistent, though. That's super consistent.
Yeah, since 2014.
Wow.
So my first journal was, my first like cute journal that I committed to was given to me as a gift in 2014. My New Year's resolution was to journal every single day, and I did, and then I just like never stopped. So I'm coming up on, I think, 9 years consistently of doing that every day, and for the past maybe 5, I've started to do like a word of the year or some sort of like mantra in the beginning where I kind of have to like think about, I make it fun. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be kind of like psychic for a second and think about like what this year is going to bring, my word of the year, one of them this year, is adventure.
I like that.
Last year, I did connection, abundance, knowledge, and growth. I took a trip to San Diego to visit one of my friends in January of last year, 2022. What year are we on? Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, that was last year.
We went to a little crystal stone shop, and I was like, I wonder if I can just like find crystals or rocks or whatever that like match my words. That way I can like start to get to know them, because there's like a lot to learn and it's very overwhelming. But I'll just like stick to 4. So that's kind of like what started it. So yeah, I have all my rocks. I'm that girl. That's annoying.
This is exciting.
No,
this is actually a DCPC first, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
it
welcome
says.
to Jules and Stones.
I like that.
Here we go.
So
Diamonds and pearls, jewels and stones.
yes, we love it. It's very on brand for us. So this is citrine, which is my abundance stone.
Okay.
Carry that with
Do you
me.
care if I hold these up
Yeah.
right here, so just so people could get a
Oh, yeah.
little bit better of a look?
That's fine.
So I'm gonna hold this up here, so
We love her.
So everyone can see your fingers.
that's pretty.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's better than mine. Mine are like ratchet right now.
I trimmed my fingernails recently.
I mean, they do look pretty good.
You could do like hand modeling.
Thank you.
This is rose quartz. That's for my connection.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit more. Like, what does that mean exactly? So this is for connection. How does that tie into what this stone is?
So from my understanding and like how, honestly, like there are probably people that know like way more about it.
Yeah.
I just kind of go off of what sticks out most to me.
Okay.
Quartz is, I think, one of the most abundant crystals. I don't want to say on Earth, but maybe on Earth, right? So it makes sense that if everything is energy, right? If we're all just made up of energy, and like if we're all made up of atoms, an atom is 99.99% energy, 0.00000% matter, then, you know, we're all just like made up of different energies.
Yeah. Like the whole like stardust thing, right?
Yeah. Rock is made up of an energy, not
Yeah.
made up of an energy.
I believe in that.
I like that.
I believe
So
in that.
well, I like to believe in like the woo-woo shit, but also like learn the science behind it so I can back it up.
Mm-hmm.
So with quartz, if it's the most abundant thing on Earth, then it's kind of, you know, you connect 1 and 2 of like, of course that's going to be a connection stone because it's already so abundant, right? But that's like the one I know the most about, so don't ask me that.
is
like
this one right
many
here?
about. At least like the background of it,
Okay.
yes. Kind of.
It's a nice cut though. It looks
Isn't
like
it cute?
it belongs in.
It's a little like wand.
Yeah, like it could be part of like a.
Well, it's actually the second one I
Wizard
got
staff or
because I got one really small one and then I ended up losing it, and I was like, oh shit, what is this? What does this mean? I lost my connection, but I feel like maybe it was just too small, and so I got a bigger one. I was like, okay, maybe I'm meant to connect more. Then I found you
Perfect.
guys, so you know what?
Oh really?
Call it
You got this,
the-
and then we met shortly after.
After I lost the first one, I was like, yeah, I need a bigger connection. Yeah, because
Interesting.
I don't know the timeline on it, but whatever. So let's see. We have abundance. We have connection. My knowledge is my amethyst, and there's like other meanings and stuff for them too. But
So this one's really pretty. It's like a purple
Amethyst.
amethyst.
Is it like is there a birthstone or?
yeah,
Okay.
I think amethyst also falls in June, but I could be wrong.
I'm a June baby.
I'm a June baby. We're pearls.
Are you Gemini?
No, I'm a Cancer. But that's like jewels and pearls. It's also my birthstone.
That's pretty cool.
It just kind of worked.
Didn't Courtney Love have a song called Amethyst?
Maybe.
Get off topic, but
I'm sure there's probably one.
I think she did.
We'll start playing that subliminally.
I have no idea. No idea. I'm just like, this is cool.
This is great.
I mean,
I'm
it's
enjoying the show
weird.
and tell presentation.
You know,
Jules, please continue.
It's weird. It's okay. If you guys are like, okay, I'm done, you can be done.
Oh no, everyone's gonna replay this part of the show. This is gonna be like the most.
I
watched
don't
section.
know.
Yeah.
They might be like, fucking this girl in rocks. Like, really, you
No,
guys?
this is epic.
Well, thank you. This is carnelian. I got this one. I think it's for like confidence and to help with public speaking.
Okay,
Yeah.
this one's
So-
really
I
pretty.
like that one.
One of the things I absolutely loathe is confrontation. So I was like, you know what? I need something just to kind of like help me out a little bit. Give me a little confidence, make me feel good about like what I'm saying,
Yeah.
especially if I'm going on and doing these reviews and science is always changing. And I'm like, I don't want to say something wrong and, you know, get attacked for being like, well, you know, that was incorrect information. That's why most of the time I will say like disclaimer, like this is what I learned in school.
Yeah.
But science is always changing.
Well, and look, discussion combustion is full of opinions, and that's about it.
Amazing. Then we
Yes.
fit right in.
Yes.
So yeah, those were my fun stones. My mom got me this one. It's fluorite, and I think, if I remember correctly, it's like to help draw on like past experiences. It helps with like memory, just kind of what's the word when you're like fondly looking back at something? Starts with an N.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, reminiscing.
So
What am I thinking
This
of?
this one actually is really pretty. Really cool colors there.
Oh yeah, that is nice. Look at that glistening in the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
No,
like her.
and-
She's cute too.
And these have all the energy.
All the energy.
I believe in this stuff. I totally believe in, like.
One, it is a lot, right? Like
Yeah.
all the different stones, all the different stuff. That's why I started with 4, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do these 4, and then like you're cooking, you start simple and then it snowballs. So that's why I now carry around a nice little bag. This one is saffordite. So this is supposed to be like the wish-fulfilling stone. This one helps remove obstacles and helps guide you on the right path that you're meant to be on. I got this one. I ended up leaving my job. YouTube started picking up a little bit. I started to get connections that I needed to help propel me in the path that I thought that I was supposed to be on. So you know what? We're thankful to this one, but it is a little scary. This one's kind of fun because it's only found in Arizona, which also was like
In the
where
entire
I'm from.
world, that's the only place.
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
From my understanding, yes.
Okay.
And this one's cool. I don't know if you can do this in here, but if you like hold it up to the light, or if you hold, if you have like a flashlight or something shining on it, it basically goes completely transparent. So
Okay, I can see that.
yeah.
Because
Get that heavy light on.
here, let's go to Jules' camera, and then let's hold it up by itself first. So here's just the rock, and
Okay,
then
yeah, get the rock and then get the light on there.
and then see. Oh yeah,
Does
you
that work?
Yeah, you can see how.
Oh, look at that.
I think it works. Yeah, it works a lot better if you're
Come
going
down.
like out to the sun.
Bring it out like from up above.
No,
There.
we got it.
Is that it? Can you see it?
No, we did it the last time.
Okay.
If
Yeah, but it's
not,
completely
just like
black, or it can go transparent.
That's pretty amazing.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Let me take a little look at that.
I mean, yeah. If you don't see it, just like Google saffordite.
Oh no, we got it.
Saffordite.
Amazing.
We got it.
And this is exclusive to Arizona as far as you know.
As far as I know, yes. So I got that one. That is the more feminine energy. Stay with me, we're almost done. That's the more feminine energy stone. So
I love it.
there's a masculine energy stone, which is Moldingite, and Moldingite is also known to be a very powerful, like just have very powerful energy, help like truly remove obstacles. People have said that, they've lost their jobs or lost their apartments or like had relationships fall apart, and then, they end up where they need to be. So I was like, you know what, I'm not really ready for that yet. I'm not ready to leave my job. I'm not ready to do this. That's why I got the cute little feminine energy one. Then I actually met up with my friend 3 days ago or 2 days ago, and we went to a crystal shop. Moldavite is like hard to find. It's a very rare
Interesting.
stone. But I actually found one piece, and it was the last one. So this is my Moldavite ring. And I finally got it. It's also said that you're not supposed to seek it out, like kind of like tarot cards. I don't know if you guys know much about that. You're not supposed to buy your own tarot deck. It's kind of like the Harry Potter wands. The wand has to find you. The stone has to find you.
Okay.
So I found this one, and then I got,
No, it found you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I wasn't ready for it before, right? So that's why I got this cute little, like, feminine one. And then this one crossed my path, so I was like, you know what? It might be my time. Here, take my money.
Okay.
Could it be nothing? Sure. But is it also kind of fun? Yes.
No, it's definitely something. Because perception is reality, right? So if it's meaningful to you and it's making an impact in your life, then that's all that matters, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, talk to me about all the woo-woo shit. Like, I'm
Like
weird.
holistic stuff is woo-woo? Is that what woo-woo?
What is woo exactly?
Are you thinking of, like,
Yeah.
thinking like
teach us of the woo-woo.
stones? This is woo-woo,
Okay.
right? Like, this is a little weird.
Okay.
Like, a little hippie.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Or, like, angel numbers. Like, that's another thing, too.
What is an angel?
Is that also
What's an
woo woo?
angel?
You think?
Number?
So angel numbers are like repeating numbers, usually repeating
Okay.
numbers of 3. So ever since I was younger, people ask you your favorite color, your favorite shape, your favorite number.
Yeah.
I didn't have a favorite number, but I just said my favorite number are repeating numbers because they would show up in my life a lot. My phone number has a triple digit in it, and I'm not just going to like say my phone number.
Oh, no, absolutely. Don't make us edit this show to remove that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I won't make your job harder. But I just like pay attention to repeating numbers all over for
So
angel numbers.
222 when we're recording this.
Exactly, which is why I chose today to do your podcast because it's
Okay.
222, 222. That's an angel number.
Okay.
Balance, harmony, peace. And I think, I don't know, I'm the kid that would like walk around and be like, wow, I'm having like a difficult time. Like, universe, please give me a sign in the form of a hawk. And then like later that day, like I see a hawk flying around. And I'm like, okay, thank you. You know, duly noted. But yeah, I'm a little weird. This is my last one. This is my pearl. This is selenite. This is the cleansing one. One of my words this year, word of the year, is reset. So this is to cleanse, balance, reset. It's also helpful to just like not mitigate, but like contain the Moldingite. So yeah, and it's like pearly color. So I was like, that's very on brand.
Okay. No, it's definitely pretty. I mean, so this one, when you move it, you could kind of see how the light reflects differently in it. That's cool. That's really cool.
Let me get my pause on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
It's been a while since we've had a show and tell.
It is true.
On Discussion Combustion. I think the last time we had show and tell was when
Justin Feinsohn.
Yeah, and he brought in all the 3D printed stuff.
Yeah, though this is great though.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Oh,
the
I
energy.
think I actually saw some of that episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he was great.
Love a good 3D printer.
I mean, come on. It's
Justin
so cool.
Feinsohn's epic for sure. But so are these rocks. I mean, I'm learning a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of things I didn't know about these stones. And I kind of like the mission behind this one for 23, like the reset, right? The refresh, the cleansing. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
And, you know, I don't think it's, like, about diving all in, but if you were like, you know what, this year I just want to be a little bit more confident.
Yeah.
Or this year I want to be a little bit more active. Google it. Be like, stones for confidence. Find one that you like. It's like $5, $3, right? You find a cute little crystal shop and you just keep it in your pocket. And whether it's the actual rock doing it or you just being like, you know what, I'm
It's
carrying
like a
around my
placebo
confidence.
or whatever.
Yeah. You know?
But placebos work. See, that's the thing,
They
though.
do work.
Yeah,
if it's making
they
you like
do work.
1% better, then like, what's the harm?
Yeah, run with it.
Are my rocks harming you? No.
No.
So I carry them.
Yeah, they work for you. That's what's great about it. You know, what works for some doesn't work for others, and what works for others doesn't work for the others. So I think it's great. You know, I like this kind of stuff because, hey, it's bringing an energy that maybe a lot of folks aren't familiar with. I mean, I just learned a lot about these stones and what they can offer. And, yeah, I think it's great.
I mean, not to mention in Colorado, like, we're just filled with so much outdoor space, like, amazing nature. So, like, imagine all the energy that you get from that, too. I'm like, might as well stop spending money on these rocks and just, like, go take a hike and pick up some rocks on my own.
Yeah, and just, like, look, I love finding the biggest, oldest-looking tree that's out there and then just palming it and, like, closing my eyes and being like, okay, like, how many human lives have passed by this tree, and then like you just sense that whole energy, and it's like you almost become one with it.
Yeah,
right?
It almost makes you feel like so peaceful because it's like whatever stress that you're going through, like how many other people have like crossed by that, you know? I love that.
It's all about the little moments in life, and you have taught us a lot on this episode. So cool to like hear all these different perspectives on working out, on energies, on motivation. So one question that we like to ask every single guest that comes on, and we feel like it's an important question. If you could give humanity one piece of advice so everybody could be better tomorrow, what would that one piece of advice be?
I think I mentioned it once before, but it's take care of yourself and be kind. Mm-hmm. And I think that is just a motto that works well because we're all lucky to like be in the body that we're in and like be able to experience life. Like life is a raffle. You don't get to choose to be born. So make the most of it. And if you're being like a kind human and if you're being nice to people, go live, like do your thing, be happy.
Great piece of advice. Really is, because we live in a world that's so judgmental and so divided. That, when it really comes down to it, you want to, focus on things that do bring you a sense of joy and happiness, sense of fulfillment. And then being kind. I think that's also a good point to reiterate. You know, again, we live in a world where everyone's so angry all the time and just getting at each other and keyboard warriors and things of that nature. So
Oh, it's just not worth it.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
What are you going to get out of it? You know, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. We're in the
Lowers your
driver's seat.
vibration.
Yeah.
You know, you just feel like shit, making other people feel like shit. You know, it's like, no.
Yeah. Well, when I like the order that you put that in too, because it almost needs to happen within that fashion. Like you have to focus on oneself first before you're able to help others. Like if you're not at peace and have harmony within yourself, then how are you supposed to actually like
You
project
can't.
that energy outward to help others?
I mean, you
So-
can try, but it's going to be really hard. Yeah, because you have to
Yeah.
be at peace. You have to be happy with yourself. And once you're happy with yourself, for the most part, like, let's be real, we're not happy with ourselves every day.
There's always going to be a challenge.
But then it's so much easier to look at someone else and, like, have compassion and, like, care. So I think that's important.
It is. And one thing that I like to do, and you probably noticed this, because I like to have small talk with people. And honestly, I love the elevators, too, because so many people are like, they can get awkward in an elevator.
Yeah.
But you have this small moment of time where you can break the stereotype of like people don't like to communicate, or people are always on their phones, or like the youth doesn't know how to, care.
Have a conversation.
Yeah, and all this. And like, I like to have those conversations like, hey, isn't it a nice day? Like, or I really like your shoes or whatever. But like whenever I get into those type of conversations, I have to be genuine, like in my energy, because people could pick up on that. They could tell if like people can tell if you're being fake or if you're being genuine. But it's easy, but you have to work on yourself in the first place to have the self-confidence to be able to create conversation with strangers.
Yeah.
But then once you have that confidence and you're rolling with it, then I would like to think sometimes, like when I'm having those small interactions, like maybe that made somebody's day. Maybe that person's having a really tough day, and maybe I was the only person that was like, hey, like, I like your style today. Like, you're looking good. You're crushing it. Like, maybe they haven't heard that in months.
Oh, yeah.
But it's important to share the love. If you have self-love, then you have to share love, right? And I feel like that's what you're talking about as far as the advice to humanity.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I ask you, when's your birthday?
My birthday is coming up next month, March 18th.
Are you an Aries?
So I am on the cusp. So I am Pisces and Aries. So
What are you, what are you if you, like, don't count the cusp?
I would say that I'm more of a Pisces, but then
You said March 19th?
18th.
18th?
Yeah. But I feel like I also have, like, that god of war in me sometimes, too.
I'm sure you have, like, Aries in your birth chart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if that is like the official like Pisces date.
It's not like in between. It's like right in between.
But I've also heard that there is no cusp.
No, like
if
maybe.
if
I mean,
there's-
I don't
it's
know
like a
enough.
pie
I don't
chart.
know enough about this.
Well, okay, we'll have to do another one. I'll like look at your birth chart.
Yeah.
That's my other weird thing.
Well,
is
so
I
you had
like
mentioned you're a
astrology.
Cancer, which is June, right? So what day in June?
June 22nd, repeating numbers.
June 22nd.
Okay.
So what is it? The 21st is the cutoff, right, for Gemini?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I fall on June 7th. So yeah, I mean, kind of the same talking point. I don't know what the hell the cusp is or what
Yeah.
that even means.
Oh,
but
we could go far in depth. That's a whole lot of fun too.
is
But
it?
I think so.
I guess we're going to have to save that for the next time you're on the show.
Yeah, it's like all the personality quizzes. Like, did you ever do like the Myers-Briggs test?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to try that. Those are fun.
They're super accurate. Like there's this one that I read. It was years and years ago, but like I read it, and it was with me and then my ex that I was with at that time, and it described our relationship together, and it was like 99% accurate.
What kind of questions do you have to answer?
For the Myers-Briggs? Or which one are you talking about?
It was like a astrological Myers-Briggs breakdown based upon when you were born. As
It's just
the
all
one that
kind
I
of like
did.
personality tests, you know? It's just kind of like uncovering a little bit more of like, I read something where it's like astrology can be used to just like help you navigate life and like understand the obstacles that you're going through. So it's not like, oh, this is my horoscope. This is exactly what I have to be doing. My mentality is with it is when I'm looking at my horoscope apps, the more in alignment I am with my life, honestly, the more accurate the horoscope is. So I think it's just good. It's like a good like guidance. Like if you're looking at it and you're like, oh, you know what, that like really resonates with me today, and that's like makes me feel like I'm on the right path, then great. And if it doesn't, cool, trash it, toss it. Like it's not gonna hurt you, and it could be helpful. So
It's worth exploring.
yeah, if you're into it.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll poke around.
I mean, look, it's all about experience in life. And the more that you can find value within every little detail, because life comes down to the little moments. And I like to be a broken record, but I'm broken on the positive things, right? So
I
it's
am
like,
too. It's okay.
yeah, like brushing your teeth, like that's a little moment in life, but you could have a lot of fun with that. Or like, you know, putting your socks in the laundry bin. It's all the little things that add up to
Yeah,
this
if you
big
make it like
picture.
a basketball hoop, and
Yes.
you're like, ooh, can I make this shot? Oh, you know,
Yes.
she shoots, she scores. Like, let's
so-
fucking go
that's-
keep
it's
scoring.
fun.
That's having fun with life.
Yeah.
On the
Hell
basic
yeah.
day-to-day essentials.
Are you kidding? Take your vitamins every day, but get the vitamins in gummy form. So I wake up every morning and I get a fruit snack. And I'm like, I'm crushing it. Like, why not?
Love it.
That might be a great takeaway from this entire episode, because I like my fruit gummies. I take the Alive for Men, you know, those gummies.
Oh, yeah.
And I always feel like I get a treat. I'm like, you know what I want? Something sweet.
But then you can't eat too many because, like, they will make you sick.
Well, yeah, you know.
But you're like, you know what? Fruit snack and I'm being healthy. Like,
That's true.
I'm killing it.
2 a day. You know, two
Yep.
gummies a day, because if you go any more than that, things start going off the rails. You know, your urine
You're like,
starts to
"Ooh,
smell like sulfur.
What's going on?
Yeah, things can go a little sideways. You can get a little crazy with it. But to your point, you can have some fun with it as well.
And we all should. So I feel like this is just a really encouraging episode. So much fun to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
yeah.
This is my first podcast ever, so
You crushed it.
Thanks
Yeah,
for joining
I know
us.
you guys.
Killed it.
Yeah, thanks for being down here. And, you know, before we close it out, Art, I know we're getting to that point. Where can, our viewers go to check out your stuff? Because I know you're coming up on 1 million views on one of your videos. You know you
Yes.
want to talk about it. Tell the people where they can watch it.
So my Instagram and pretty much everything is Jules and Pearls. Instagram is
And then
Jules
it's like underscore.
and Pearls. Yep. But on YouTube it's Jules and Pearls. And then it's like the same on TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. That's pretty much all I focus on. So
Check out Jules
if you
and
want
Pearls.
to find the movement exercise that you actually enjoy, find some fitness, find some fun, find a friend, your pal Jules. You can find me on all those social medias, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Love it.
And we're going to include all those in the show notes down below, guys, so you can get in touch with Jules directly. We're going to make it real easy on you. And I'm going to tell you this. It's time for Happy Friday, Art. We're back here tomorrow. Thanks again for joining us, coming down for a visit. This was a great show. We have all these amazing stones lined out here. And we're going to go ahead and get out of here, man. We're going to shut her down. Y'all be good to yourselves.
You deserve it. And we'll cut it right there.
Yay! You guys, that was so great.
Was that fun?
Yeah.